loves, what's going on? Mystic at the Crossroads. I hope everyone is good. Welcome back. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you are curious about some of the products that you've seen on my website, or perhaps you've even purchased some of my magical products like the Mojo Bag or Money Drawing Oil, and you either aren't sure how to work with it or you're looking for some additional tips and tricks to help your manifestation be even stronger, even faster, and get really, really good results. Now, even if you don't have any of my products, you should still watch this video because the information I'm going to share might help you with some of the things you guys already have at home. Now, before I get into that, the first thing I want to say is thank you to anyone who has purchased a product, or perhaps you've scheduled a consultation with me or a reading, or we've had a little bit of dialogue on Facebook if you've joined my Facebook group, or if you've even watched any of my videos. I really appreciate it. I don't have any words to really express my gratitude, but I want to thank you, okay? It means the world to me. For all of you that have subscribed to my videos and you come back and watch them, thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, if you would, I would really appreciate it. And if you like this video, the only way I'm going to know is if you hit that like button. All right, so moving on. Magical products. You know, I get a lot of questions from a lot of people who have purchased my money oil, which seems to be the top seller, but it turns out a lot of them aren't really sure how to use it or additional ways how to use it. So that's the first thing that we're going to talk about tonight. Now, many of you know I blend the money oil on the new and full moon, and it's a combination of herbs and essential oils to attract prosperity, cash gifts, cash flow, good luck. It can be used with a money candle. It can be used with a road opener candle, but there's many other ways to use it. So I'm gonna go down a quick list just to give you some ideas to get the ball rolling. Aside from doing a candle, maybe you live in a place where you can't burn any candles. The easiest way to use the oil is taking a drop or two and rubbing it on your hands, putting a drop or two on your feet. You know, this puts it in your energy field. This helps you as you're out and about during the day. You know, we all have an electromagnetic energy field around us. This helps you become a magnet for prosperity, for good luck, for gifts. I always remind people that just because it's money drawing oil, things come to us in other ways than just money. So for example, you may go somewhere and end up getting a discount on something. That's a way of saving some money, okay? Your coworker or friend may take you out to lunch. That is another way of you may not be being handed money, but you're not spending any. So essentially you have a little bit more than what you would have had you paid for something yourself. I've heard some wild reviews from people using the oil. I mean, one lady even told me someone walked up to her and gave her $20, a complete stranger, just out of they wanted to do a random act of kindness. So, you know, I'm just giving you some examples of some of the things that can possibly happen. If you do want to see some reviews about the money oil, if you're in my group, Let's Talk Magic, and you pull up money oil or Jasmine, or money oil Jasmine Atten, you'll see all the reviews there. So it really does work. A couple of other ways that I recommend using the money oil is you can put a drop or two in your bath water. You can anoint your cash and your debit cards. So if you have credit cards, oops, sorry about that, that's Luna. If you have credit cards, debit cards, cash on you, checkbook, your wallet, you can take a little drop and rub it on there. The reason you do this is so that when you spend, you're sending out the energy, but it also has your vibration on it to attract it back to you, okay? And it just takes a drop. You don't need very much. You can even add this to your, hey, if you have a little thing of cream or oil or something like that, if you moisturize your hands throughout the day, put a drop or two in there, rub it in. That way, sometimes people forget to use the oil, but this is a way, if there's something that you do on a regular basis, you won't forget. The one thing I do advise, however, because it contains essential oil of cinnamon. We all know cinnamon is a spice. You do not want to apply this directly to wet skin. I do use a carrier oil of grapeseed, but still, cinnamon is very spicy, and take it from me, I have learned the hard way, and I don't want anyone else to have to learn the way that I did by applying it to your body while wet. So don't do that. If you want to anoint yourself with it, then simply just wait until your pores have closed and you're not wet in order to do that. Trust me, you'll thank me, okay? Something else that I learned from some of my customers that are Uber drivers, they take a drop of their oil and rub it on their steering wheel or rub it on their phone when they're going out to drive for Uber, which helps attract more customers, and it also helps attract tips. I don't know if it's Uber or Lyft, but whichever one, if there's tips involved, that can help you greatly. If you are someone that works in a maybe a job where you have to do telephone sales, I've had customers tell me they've rubbed some oil on their phone and more incoming calls, or maybe not as many people saying no to them, but actually being able to make sales and profit from their product. Another way of using the oil is if you have let's say you have a bill that you're going to call and negotiate about, or you have a bill that you need to get paid and you need some extra money. Take that bill, take a little drop of the oil, put it somewhere on that paper, maybe over the the balance of the bill, or just somewhere on there, and sit with it for a few minutes when you're not necessarily meditation, but just focusing on asking the universe, or if it's a deity or God or whoever it is that you work with, but just asking the energy of the oil to help you in manifesting that extra money that you may need. Another thing I recommend is taking one tiny little drop, and I put a drop on my 4 tires of my vehicle. This is so that my car is also anointed and doesn't turn into what I call my truck the gas guzzler, but isn't bleeding my pockets because it needs maintenance all of a sudden, or need this or need that. So that's just another tip of maybe keeping some money in your pocket that way. There's so many ways you can use it. You can get creative. There's no right way or no wrong way. The important thing is that you actually use the oil. Now, in addition to that, if you have a if you have a Mojo bag, especially if you have one of the Mojo bags from my website, that Mojo bag is filled with herbs and curios and shredded money and things like that to attract money to you. So if you've purchased the Mojo bag and you have the oil, or if you've purchased the triple action money drawing kit, take a little bit of that oil and rub it on the Mojo bag. You'll carry that with you, and that's a way of charging your bag and activating it. And you're getting the oil on you in your energy field, and you're also boosting the manifesting powers behind your bag itself. All right, now for those of you sitting there saying, what the heck is a Mojo bag? I've never heard of that. A Mojo bag is like a talisman or an amulet. In simple terms, it is a charm bag that can be used for a wide variety of things. The ones I use are for money drawing, and they either come in the kit or you can purchase them separately. It's filled with ingredients that is known for attracting money and abundance and prosperity, and it's something that you work with on a regular basis. The best way to work with it is carrying it with you in a pocket, in a purse, or someplace close to your body. Or if you have a spiritual place where you do meditation, or you have an altar set up, or a sacred space where you just kind of sit and get quiet, you can place it there where it can be charged in your energy, but it still has to be worked with. So what I mean by that is you cannot just leave it on your nightstand for it to collect dust, or sit it in your cup holder and thinking, oh, because it's in my car and it's with me, it's working. It needs to have some attention. So you want to actually hold your bag. Hold it, close your eyes, take a few minutes, visualize what it is that you need, visualize its purpose to help draw money to you. You can even add some things to it. If you have, a little lucky charm, some people carry little lucky charms with them, you can put that in there. If you want to add $1 of your own, you can put that in there. You can write out on a small little piece of paper, if you need $500 by next week for the rent. You can put that down in there. So these are just a couple of ideas, but essentially when you have a mojo bag, the purpose of it is to carry your luck with you, carry your prosperity with you. It's a tool to change your financial situation. Again, if you're at work, take it with you. You know, if you make tips or commission, or maybe you're going in for a job interview, or perhaps you're going to ask your boss for a raise or something of that effect, or a business meeting. Who knows? But if it's pertaining to finances, then you want to have the bag with you. And the more you work with it, the more it gets to know you, the faster you'll get results, and the better, you know, the results will be over time. You'll start noticing, you know, I've worked with my bag, I've had my bag for a while, and you'll start seeing your financial situation start to change, okay? So that's a little bit on the oil in the mojo bag. The next item that I have on my website comes in the kit. So as you all know, those of you that have purchased it, the kit comes with the bag, the oil, and something called ancestor money. Ancestor money, or Josh paper. Some of you may know these have been referred to as spirit notes or heavenly notes. Some are called hell bank notes, but what they are actual money, Chinese money. Well, not actual Chinese money, but actual Chinese money that is artificial, but it is something that is used as an offering to your ancestors. These can be blood relatives that have passed away. This can be your lineage, if you know your ancestral history and your bloodline. If you don't know any of your blood relatives, this can be for any family member. Perhaps you're adopted, you know, any family member that's crossed over, or anyone who's loved and cared for you. It's not limited to family. You can burn ancestor money for your best friend or your spouse, or just anyone who you were close to and they are on the other side. And yes, I did say burn. So the way you use, okay, I'm back. I wanted to grab some so I could actually show you what they look like. They come like this, and they come in different denominations. Now, the ones in the kit that I sell are the $10,000 ones. And the reason behind that is currency in the spirit world is not same as the currency here. So it is believed that, you know, the higher the currency that you give as an offering, the better. And that's kind of just the brief explanation of it. But what you would do, you get your note, and the traditional way, from what I understand and what I've learned, is you would write the name on here, somewhere on here, of the ancestor or loved one that you're giving this to. If you, like I said, maybe you don't have any ancestors, you know, maybe you don't have anybody that you want to give it to, but perhaps you want to just offer it to, if it's a deity or a spirit guide. Now, not to get too far complex, there are many different types of ancestor money, and they do have some that are specific for offering to the gods, goddesses, deities. It goes on and on. They even have some that are cell phones and cars and clothes that you would burn to give to your loved ones on the other side. But the ones that I have and the ones that I sell, I try to keep it relatively simple, are the basic ones for your ancestors, since a lot of people do have a special place or an ancestor altar set up. So what you do is you take it, okay, and I always fold everything towards myself, because even though you're giving this as an offering to your ancestors, the idea behind it is you provide for them. On the other side, they will provide for you. This also goes into keeping your spiritual financial bank full. That way you help keep money and prosperity coming in. So you take it and you want to fold it. So I folded it once. This way I'm gonna try. See, sorry guys, the light, but I'm gonna fold it once so it's facing me. And then I'm gonna fold it again. And I'm just folding it small enough so that I can set it down into a fire resistant container, because remember, this is going to be lit. So let's say this isn't what I would use, but if I were going to, I would have something and I would put it down in there and I would light it. What I recommend burning it in would be, you can use a coffee can. You can use a pie dish, you know, a pie crust dish, but you just have to be careful because they're not very deep. So you want to make sure you're not doing it where there's an open window or draft or fan or anything that could blow the money off while it's lit and cause a problem. You can burn it inside of a cauldron or a pot or anything that is fire resistant. So just please be careful, and if it is, don't touch it while it's hot because you don't want to burn yourself. How many would you burn? I say burn as little or as many as you want. I recommend anywhere from 1 to 5. If you have several family members or ancestors, you might want to burn a couple of them for each one of them. Again, there's no real right or wrong way to do it. If you felt like burning 6 or 7 or 10 or the whole package, it's completely up to you. But I would just say burn a few at a time, and so you have some left over, and see what the results are that you get. So that's how you work with the ancestor money. Another thing, just on the side note, you can also keep one in your wallet to attract good luck and prosperity to you. I tend to keep a couple of these with me because sometimes I go to places, especially if you go anywhere where they may have some places have like little wishing wells, or if you've ever gone into like a metaphysical store or an Asian store or something, they may have a little altar where people have thrown coins and dollars and stuff like that. I will leave a little ancestor dollar as an offering in there. I'll leave a real dollar too, but sometimes I will leave these, so that's just a little extra tip. All right, a couple of the other products I offer, as you guys know, the Love Come to Me oil, and that is self-explanatory. That is Love Come to Me. It is a very sweet, fragrant oil. It's a combination of rose, jasmine, a couple of other botanicals, and some herbs. So with that oil, it may not be ideal for a man to particularly wear it as a fragrance, but you definitely can use it to anoint your candles with. Maybe even if you have a mojo bag for love drawing, that's another option as well. The scent is very sweet. It does smell very good and floral. It's not too strong, but it does smell good, and a lot of my customers will wear it as their perfume because they do like the scent and they do like the properties and the results that they're getting from it. I am, however, thinking about or working on a Love Come to Me for him. This will be more of a masculine fragrance, so I'm just doing the research on which essential oils aren't on the very sweet side, but more on the masculine side that still have the same properties for a man that perhaps may want to wear it or use it for his own love drawing potential. However, the properties in this particular oil is still pertaining to love drawing. So if you want to draw a man, a woman, if you're straight or in a same-sex relationship, it will still work. So I just want to put that out there. But I will have something that smells a little bit different so guys can wear it. The newest product to my line is the Road Opener oil. I just launched this oil last week, and my formula is a little bit different. And what I mean by that is a lot of people use Road Opener to do just that. Open the roads to their path and clear away, whatever it is, so that they can, open up those opportunities. Now, if you're not familiar with hoodoo oils, you may have not ever heard of something called Van Van oil. Van Van is an old hoodoo formula that is used for jinx removing and for fast luck drawing at the same time. What I've done was I have combined the ingredients from both the Road Opener and Van Van oil, and I've put them together. Road Opener is pretty self-explanatory, and it is a name of an oil that most people are familiar with. So it just helps one from not wondering, well, someone may not know, well, what is Van Van? What does that mean? But Road Opener, it's pretty obvious what the purpose of the oil is. It does have a high lemon scent because of the lemon balm that is in there. You may even get a little dash of the cinnamon that's in there. So unless you really like those fragrances, again, this may not be something that you would wear. Road Opener oil and Van Van isn't always necessarily worn, but it can be used in a ritual bath by putting a couple of drops in your bath water. you can, and I mean just a couple of drops, okay? You can most certainly rub it on your hands if you'd like to, but the most commonly way that it's used is by anointing a ritual candle. So that would be a glass candle or a stick candle or whatever it is that you are using. I have a video on how to clean and anoint your candles, and I will post the link for that video down below if you want to check that out. But yeah, the road opener oil is pretty simple. There isn't really, I don't want to say there isn't really too many different ways to use it, but this is the traditional ways that work. You can add the road opener oil to your mojo bag. So if you have one, you could rub it on along with your money oil as well. That is always an option. But like I said, the lemon scent, it smells delicious. If you like lemon, hey, go for it. But some people, you know, that's not really their fragrance scent, so they won't use it as a fragrance. They will just use it for its magical properties. So I hope that that answers some of the questions. A lot of these questions I've been getting on my inbox, so I figured why not do a video to sort of explain it a little bit better. Hopefully it's giving you some ideas and some new ways to work with the product. Or like I said, maybe you have oils that you've gotten, you know, from other places and you only know of one or two ways to use them. Hopefully this information has also given you some ideas of other ways of manifesting with these products, okay? All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. You know, you can reach me through my website at One Ritual Away. That's One Ritual Away to schedule an appointment for a consultation, readings. If you want to see the listing of services and products I offer, you can go that by clicking on My Mystic Services. I'm on Facebook, Jasmine Mystic at the Crossroads. If you'd like to join my Facebook group, Let's Talk Magic, that is Let's Talk Magic. And I have an exclusive group that I realize a lot of you don't know about. If you have purchased one of my products or have done a consultation or reading with me, then I welcome you to join my group, One Ritual Away exclusive. You do have to send me a friend request in order for me to add you. That's just the way the group is set up. I can't add anyone that I'm not friends with. And you should inbox me and let me know that you've purchased, because a lot of you, your Facebook names are not the same as the names on the orders, so I don't know who you are. That way I can't, you know, I can't add you if I don't know who you are. Aside from that, I get a ton of orders and things like that. I don't know where people found me, they just order. So if you'd like to join the group, there's a lot of great information. There's a ton of videos. There's more tips, I would say, that I post there that's exclusive to my clients and customers. And it's just a better way for you to get quicker one-on-one access to me. You know, the group is amazing. Let's Talk Magic. There's 7,000 people in the group. I get tagged in so many messages. I mean, so many messages a day. Sometimes I do end up missing them, because if I were to be able to go through all the messages, I would probably never get any sleep. I'd be up all day and all night. But yeah, so that way, most importantly, I don't want any client or customer who's trying to reach me or has a question about something having a hard time because they're, you know, they've tagged me in a post in the other group and I don't get to see it until a day or two later. But if you post it in there, then chances are I will be able to see it and respond a little bit faster, since there's not 7,000 people in that group, at least not yet. All right, you guys, thank you again for watching. I will talk to you very soon. Be well, be blessed, and happy witching.